In this video, we have Tulsi Gabbard laying the absolute smackdown on Kamala Harris, okay? If you haven't seen it already. So basically, Kamala did this interview, I believe it was with Fox. Gonna be honest with you, it looked like she was ducking and dodging and weaving and all that stuff with all the questions that was being asked. Now, that is just my opinion. Hey, maybe I'm wrong, but look, I can tell you what, I'm getting right to it because Tulsi does not hold back. I'm not going to spoil it. Get your popcorn without further ado. That's right.
Nice.
Vice President Kamala Harris pressed on her past support of taxpayer-funded sex changes for inmates and illegal immigrants in her interview with Bret Baier. Here's the soundbite.
Are you still in support of using taxpayer dollars to help prison inmates or detained illegal aliens to transition to another gender?
I will follow the law. And it's a law that Donald Trump actually followed. Under Donald Trump's administration, these surgeries were available.
The Trump aides say that he never advocated for that prison policy and no gender transition surgeries
you know what, you got to take responsible for what happened in your administration.
Former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard joins us with reaction. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
What is your reaction when you hear that soundbite?
It's one of the many examples of how Kamala Harris is lying to the American people and assuming that we're so stupid as just to believe her lies. We've seen the sound bites and the clips of her when she was advocating and patting herself on the back for the law changes that she brought about that would do this very thing, that would make sure that U.S. taxpayers are covering transgender surgeries for inmates. She advocated for the same for illegal immigrants coming across our border. She refuses to take responsibility and own up to her positions. If her views have changed, fine, people can change, but the American people deserve the respect enough to know exactly why she has changed. In that interview with Bret, there were a number of examples where she is lying about her past positions in order to try to create this new version of herself that she thinks will be more palatable to voters. And it's offensive in my view.
So this is such a neck and neck race. Every single vote, every single viewer, their vote will matter.
Yes.
And he pressed her on why, if he's so bad, why is he winning in the swing states? Listen to this.
Why, if he's as bad as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could be the 47th president of the United States? Why is that happening?
Listen,
are they stupid? What is it?
I would never say that about the American people. And in fact, if you listen to Donald Trump, if you watch any of his rallies, he's the one who tends to demean and belittle and diminish the American people. He's the one who talks about an enemy within, an enemy within, talking about the American people, suggesting he would turn the American military on the American people.
What? I'm sorry, y'all. I had to stop it. Like, when did he ever say that? Somebody please link a clip where he said that specifically. Somebody please. If you could find a clip where he said that, then okay, cool. Or maybe it's just me. Hey, look, back to the video, man. Back to the video.
Focused on that when they need to be focused on the economy. Everywhere we go, people say we can't afford groceries. They're worried about immigration, her immigration plan.
Bingo. It's not even about him. It's not about her. It's about the American people, them not being able to, or you, if you're an American and you're watching, not being able to afford groceries, not being able to put gas in the car, not being able to afford a home, right? You know, there's just so much going on right now that, you know, and then another thing is a lot of countries, you know, the way they're looking at us right now, looking at us kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. They're looking at us kind of crazy, right? But we can't even get it together here. So how are we going to go and help, you know, this place and that place when we got to get it together here, right? And to be honest with you, I think Trump's right. I think countries are losing a bit of respect for us. I'm going to be honest with you. Just my, just my thing. And by the way, I understand, you know, Trump can be definitely stern, you know, absolutely. And he may say things. Okay, absolutely. We get that, right? But no, all that is false. That is not true. I've never heard him say that. And if you could find that for me, send it to me because I've never heard it. Back to the video.
Yeah, it's an extension of what we've seen over the last 3.5 years from the Biden-Harris administration. People are continuing to be concerned about the high cost of living, and they remember how over this past term in office, they've patted themselves on the back, celebrating the success of Bidenomics and just saying, well, if the American people only knew how good we are and what a great job we did, then maybe we would be more popular. But ignoring the reality of the struggles that the American people are continuing to face and why so many of them want to see change. They need to see a better economy. They need to see secure borders. And again, and if you get past the propaganda media and Kamala Harris's lies, this is where I think President Trump really has an opportunity, because he is.
Bingo. Tulsi, you are nailing it 100%. In fact, I reacted to a clip not long ago where Joe Rogan pulled up a clip and he basically, and this is an actual clip and we may link it below, where she was saying, or Kamala, right, I'm talking about, was saying, calling for regulation, right, for Twitter and a lot of these companies. And she pretty much said it just like that. I'm not even taking it out of context, right? It literally, that's how she said it, right? And to be more specific, just like Facebook, because remember during the cough, right? During that, if you said anything, you got the little flag, right? So you could, and then they limited your reach, right? So what's crazy is even with all of that limitation, and if you talk about it, they limit your reach, and I believe they still do it somewhat, but now it's just overwhelming and the support is overwhelming. So back to the video.
Is the change candidate in this election.
And what's interesting, this is probably the first time, I think, in my lifetime at least, where we know what he stands for, because we had him for 4 years.
Exactly.
We know what she stands for. We had her for 3.5 years.
And that's the thing that I'm sharing with voters. I'm traveling across the country and sharing with them why I'm endorsing President Trump, but encouraging them, say, if you're undecided, if you have friends who are undecided, this is the first time we have a clear record. You don't have to just listen to rhetoric.
That's
we
true.
know exactly what kind of president both of them will be, and there's a huge
Yeah, I agree. You know, I am not going to sit here and say that Trump's presidency 4 years ago was perfect. Absolutely not. Okay. Wasn't perfect. Right. Nobody, even Trump supporters will tell you, no, it wasn't perfect, but things were definitely getting done. Right. Significant improvements were made. Right. As far as the economy goes, that is a fact. Right. And, you know, we want to be back on that boat. Right. And again, too, I don't want to say that the stuff, like a lot of the stuff that the left pushes, such as, you know, well, all the woke stuff, which obviously we're against. That's what this whole channel is about, right? We're not for that. But, you know, and the thing is, too, this is the rhetoric I don't like in terms of the separation and the divisiveness and trying to say that, you know, he's trying to separate people and all this stuff. That couldn't be further from the truth. I'm going to be totally blunt with you. I used to think like that, right? As a person of color, that's how I used to think. That's a part of the whole, I'm telling you, I let the media get into my head and I used to think like that, right? And it wasn't actually until I started this channel and started to do my research and look into things that I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second. What's really going on, right? So again, guys, do your due diligence. Don't even take my word for it. Don't take this video's word for it. Go out and do your due diligence yourself and see which candidate is best for you. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about what Tulsi said down below in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you kick the like button and headbutt the subscribe button for more. Till next time, peace.